I'm retarded?
But
Then you get an extra brain cell.
Then I get the extra, bro.
Then
Exactly.
You have one more rubbed together.
So a few months ago, my boy Manic the Manic Mechanic sent me a tweet saying Goku is a horribly written Mary Sue and that 5 JoJo characters could easily beat him. Just to get this out of the way, the Hand, Cream, the World Over Heaven, Gold Experience Requiem, and the stand that requires the user to Minecraft himself to deal damage all have the capacity to kill Goku. Not wrong about that. But I won't focus on that first part. What is a Mary Sue? Some feminists will say it's a sexist term used to describe a strong and empowered woman, whereas any logical person will understand that the term is used to describe any character in the story who has few, if any, significant character flaws or weaknesses. They typically get handed everything or barely have to work hard for what they really want. Now, I don't think Goku fits this description, but before we delve deeper into why Goku isn't a Mary Sue, I think it would be best if we talked about an actual Mary Sue character. Let's talk about Kirito from Sword Art Online. What's his personality? It's as amazing as a singular piece of white bread with nothing on it. He barely emotes and is so bland. One of the more infamous moments in the first season is when he's getting attacked by a whole group of enemies, but isn't taking any damage. It's trying to be all cool and awesome, but just makes Kirito a Mary Sue. He's not trying at all throughout the majority of the first season. But the thing that truly makes him a Mary Sue in my eyes is his dual wield ability in this first season. How did he get this amazing ability that literally no one else has? Did he fight through a gauntlet of overpowered enemies and bosses to unlock it? Did he complete a long series of quests and events to get it? No, it was literally just handed to him by the developer of the game, randomly, pure chance.
You know, dual wielding is a rare skill, the kind that's only given to the player with the fastest reaction time. He is the hero of this story, the one who rises up to challenge the Demon King. But you, the power you've displayed exceeded my expectations.
And now I'm going to vomit.
You know what would have been really cool though? What if Kirito found some kind of weapon swap glitch? Or remembered a bug from the beta that never got patched? The writers had many ways of making Kirito overpowered in a way that makes sense in the context of a video game. But no, they just gave him the tools he needed to win, because the story needed it. It's boring and lazy. But what about Goku? Well, in the very beginning of the series, he has established flaws. Major ones too. He is honest to a fault, willing to trust people he shouldn't, and for a long while, he's not just the strongest person on Earth bar none. Yes, he is incredibly strong, but he either loses the fight or barely wins by the skin of his teeth. It was very rare for Goku to win outright. He gets outsmarted by Jackie Chun, Tao Pai Pai would have killed him had it not been for the Dragon Ball, Tien forces Goku to use up all his strength and Goku got unlucky, and Demon King Piccolo breaks all but one of his arms. In Dragon Ball, Goku gets messed up a lot. You know, he loses far more fights than people realize. Even in the later series, Raditz, Frieza, Cell, Beerus, Hit, and more defeated Goku, or would have defeated Goku if the story beats didn't happen. Even his first fight with Yamcha was cut short because Yamcha fled, so we don't truly know who was stronger at that point in time. So what if he does win in the end? Most of the time we, as the audience, are rooting for the protagonist to win, to overcome any ordeal that awaits them. Goku has managed to overcome his fights because he trains rigorously. He very rarely is just handed a tool to win, and whenever something contrived does happen, it's more of a writing issue than an issue with Goku's character. Like when he got the superhuman water to beat Demon King Piccolo. Even then, it wasn't just an easy win for him, he barely won the fight. But what about the fights he does win easily? Like his fight with Nappa. We can compare the fight with Nappa to the scene with Kirito fighting that group of raiders. Why do I like this fight? Why do I take this fight seriously, but laugh at this one? Well, it comes down to the characters and the writing. Nappa's slaughter is one of the best parts of Dragon Ball, bar none. The stakes are high, the characters we like are dying left and right, and we are not only told Nappa is a threat, but we see him as a threat too.
Mind your own business!
We're only told this group is dangerous. We don't actually see them kill anyone in this episode. We only get told, hey, these guys are bad, they kill people. So when they start to attack Kirito, we can't care. We don't know how strong they actually are. There are no stakes to this fight in this episode, but the stakes in Nappa's fight have been made very clear, especially when Piccolo dies and the hope of bringing everyone back is lost. So seeing Goku completely destroy Nappa is so satisfying, because we see how strong Nappa was, and we see how strong Goku is now. This fight serves to advance the plot and the characters forward. But the fight in SAO is only there to show us how much of a Chad Kirito is. But maybe people are misinterpreting Goku's kindness and willingness to trust people as him being a Mary Sue. If that's the case, I have to disagree even more with that idea. Goku being a pillar of kindness and inspiration is one of his most important characteristics. Goku essentially holds a mirror up to people and helps them realize the error of their ways. Yamcha and Tien were criminals, but Goku was able to help change them for the better.
Goku, you've been my inspiration as a martial artist for as long as I can remember. Everything I am now, I owe to you. And how did I repay you? I stood there and watched you die. I will not make the same mistake with your son!
Now this doesn't always work out. Him giving Frieza some of his energy on Namek is very in character for Goku. He knew that Frieza's pride was shattered and that any fighting past that point would be a waste. It's Frieza's fault for not taking that chance to change.
Maybe this is my second and last chance. Maybe I was wrong. Nah.
If anything, I think the series would have been worse if Goku wasn't as kind as he is. Now, I'm not saying that people have to like Goku. If someone dislikes his personality, that's perfectly fine. But he's nowhere near a Mary Sue. There are some aspects of his character that I can understand if people don't really like him for it. He's hyper fixated on fighting, so much so that the Piccolo's Gohan's real dad meme is a thing. He can be socially awkward and not pick up on what people mean.
So that ability you have to stay positive and keep smiling no matter what comes your way or how bad things get? Well, that's the real strength I want for myself.
Yeah, Krillin, I don't have the slightest idea what you're trying to tell me, buddy.
Seriously?
Sorry.
I put a lot of thought in that hero speech.
Wait a minute. Super specific hyperfixations, a lack of social understanding, he had behavioral problems before he fell into a ravine.
Oh my god!
Goku isn't a Mary Sue. He's just autistic! His mannerisms almost perfectly line up with those on the autism spectrum. The way he has training on his mind 24/7. Even the way he was blissfully unaware of Chi-Chi at the 23rd World Tournament makes sense when we think that he is autistic. It makes sense now. I'm sure a lot of autistic men never pick up on why women are mad or acting differently. And then again, do we really need an explanation for that? And let's not forget one of the most famous things in the whole series. The screaming. So many autistic rees happen all the time. And not just from Goku, but from a few other characters too. Maybe Gohan has Asperger's. The way he studies and the fact that he's so smart makes a lot of sense, and it can help explain some of his personality traits. Look at the scene when he's training Videl.
Well, it's about how you wear your hair long.
Are you saying that you like girls with short hair better?
Hold on a sec. It's not about liking stuff. When you're out there competing in that tournament, long hair could be a liability.
Just shut up about my hair already! What the hell do you know about style anyway?
So for those of you that don't know, April is Autism Awareness Month. And I, being such an amazing autist, have decided that we, collectively, need to weaponize our autism. If we come together, join as one, the world shall know our true might, our true power. And I think that there's no better way to do that than if we all together do a Super Saiyan 3 scream. If we all power up at the same time, the world will know what we're truly capable of. You guys with me? Okay, let's do this. Ah!